Hello, hello. Happy Monday. How is everybody? I think I'm on time. Well, I might be a couple minutes late. I put a reminder out so you guys could remember or see what time I was going on. I'm trying to be more consistent, so I'm trying to shoot for 1 o'clock on Mondays. So hopefully you are here. Let me see, I'm logging in here. Hopefully you got your drink. You know, I got mine. I got some watermelon tea today. And we are going to work with the Happy Hibiscus set. And it's been an online exclusive for a few months now, but this was one of the first sets that I got when it came out with the new bunch of online exclusives. I just really liked it. And I know if you're like me, you have a lot of flower stamps and stuff like that, but this was just one that I really wanted. So we are going to be working with this. I know there's a lot going on with new products and celebration and all that, but we are going to step back and work with this today. So, hi Sandy. Aren't they pretty? So this is one of the stamp sets. Hopefully that glare is not too bad. Let me see. I'll hold it like this. So we have word sentiments in here, but we also have like your background, and then this does the image. But let me show you something here. I usually keep cutouts in here if I make extras, so they're in here. And then I keep my dies in with my stamp sets also. So all of these dies are in this set if you get the bundle, but this one right here that we're going to be using, they're all connected. So it makes it super simple. We're going to be doing a card today that you do a background with this. So you cover a lot of ground with that. But what's also cool about this set is that it also has the hybrid embossing folder. Oops, that's too bright. And these dies fit right in. Let me see. Let me find it here. They fit right into the embossing folder. So they lock in like that. So you can emboss and cut at the same time. So that's a huge bonus. So we're going to be going over that. And I'll show you guys. I don't know if you've ever used one of these folders before. Stampin' Up's been coming out with a few of them. So I know we have one. Let me grab it for you. We have one with the ocean theme, the Seaside Wishes. And this is really cool because you can cut out all 3 of the sand dollars at once. And you can sponge them, color them, do whatever you want, or just leave them plain. But yeah, this is another one that's really nice. So, just a few things to run down real quick. Hostess code, if you order from me, and you use the hostess code, you're going to be getting the cards that we're making today and one of the projects. This is one of our cute projects. It's the little treat box holder. You can put in it whatever you want. But you're going to be getting the 3 cards. And check this one out. It's a little bit different. You're going to be getting these with order $40 or more. If you spend $50 or more, you're also going to be getting a free embellishment with the cards. And if you spend $60 or more, you're going to be getting a free celebration item out of our book. So if you don't have one of these books yet, or if you would like one, a new mini catalog or a big catalog, if you don't have any, then just let me know and I will get you one. And with the celebration, if you haven't heard of that before, so for every $60 that you spend, you get to pick out one item. So say you spend $120, you get to pick out 2 items. I showed you guys this card kit a few weeks ago, how cute it was. Let me show you. I think I got it right here. So I haven't, did I do them? Let me see. Oh, I think I did do some of them. So they're pretty big. They're really cute. So we got these as one of the card kits. And then the fruit salad paper that I've used many times. That could be a free item. These are all with a $60 purchase. You get to pick one, or, you know, it's for every 60. So it goes on and on. Our toadstool paper that you know I love, and I've used that multiple times. But then when you get back here, get my pen out of there. This is an exclusive with a $120 purchase, so you can get the stamp set and the dies come with it. So this is an option. If you don't want the two $60 items, you can just get this, or this one right here. That's our Corners in Bloom, and this is really pretty. They got some samples here. So, oh, and he looks like it's even on home decor there. So yeah, there's an option. But then I wanted to run this by you guys real quick too. I put it in my newsletter. If you're not subscribed to my newsletter, just scroll up to the top. There's a link in there, and I try to post. I feel like I post on Facebook more, and then I forget that people aren't always on Facebook. So I'm trying to be better about getting my newsletter out without driving everybody crazy and sending them constantly. But I do try to keep you guys updated on sales and specials and things going on. So I did put this in here in the newsletter, but I'm just going to run it past you guys really quick. If you don't know, Celebration is like one of the best times to join Stampin' Up, but it's also, I'm going to give you another bonus here in just a minute, but this time, they always change it up, but this time with joining, when you join Celebration, you can get your starter kit. You can choose $125 in product for only $99. And then you get to choose one of the 2 free bonuses. And one of the bonuses is the stamp set, or it's the markers. And I think, let me see, your choice of 2 marker, 2 marker sets. So you get to pick 2 different complete sets of markers, or you can choose the stamp set. The other option, if you don't want this stuff, is you can add another additional $30 in product of whatever you want to your starter kit. So you're only paying $99, you're already getting $125, and then you get to add another $30 on top of that. So I always try to throw that out there. I'm not one to push, you guys know that, but I do like a good deal just like everybody else, and I try to share what they have to offer, and it is a good time to join if you're interested. I mean, even if you just want, you like a lot of stuff, you want to craft, and there's a lot of things that you want, but you want a deal, so it is a good thing. So I won't bug you guys about that, but I just wanted to run it past you. Also, Paper Pumpkin. If you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, this is a good time to join also. You get your little orange box in the mail. It's a monthly subscription. You can do it for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. There is no obligation. You can cancel it at any time. You don't have to keep it if you don't like. They show you a preview of what's coming out the month before. So if you don't like it, you can skip a month. But what I'm showing you right now is just a bunch of cards that I made with the last kit. They always give you examples of what cards to make, and you can run with that and just do them exactly as is. They give you the envelopes and everything. But you can make them exactly as they intended for you to make them, or suggested for you to make them. But if you don't want to, you can do whatever you want. So I always try to split my kit up. I make 3 cards, or, I split it into thirds. So this time it was 3 cards. I got 9 additional cards out of my kit. Plus I got a cute little bag, which I don't have sitting in here with me. Oh, yeah, I do. So we made this last week. I got this out of the kit. Plus I did a 2-page scrapbook layout. So lots of ways to use the kit. But where I was going with all of that, if you join during Celebration, the kits, like if you get a 2-month subscription, then you can get more Celebration items. So again, it's for every $60 you get to pick a free Celebration. So you can use that with your Paper Pumpkin subscription and get even more free through Celebration if you do the Paper Pumpkin. So there you go. I just wanted to run that past you guys too. So I'm hanging on to this card kit for one more week. I'm offering this. With this kit, you get 2 of each of the cards, all the supplies to make them, a half a pack of the designer paper, a package of resin dots, and a roll of gold foil or gold thread. So all of that comes in the kit. If you would like to use the stamp sets that I used exactly, the stamps and the ink won't be included in your kit. So you can either use whatever you have in your stash. If you have multiple flowers or whatever, even the flowers that we're using today, these would be really pretty on them. So you can use whatever you have in your stash, or if you want the stamp set, this is With You in Mind, and then the flowers was Heart of Elegance, and each stamp set was $21. So you can always add that onto your order if you'd like. But yep, this is going to be open for one more week. So if you'd like it, there is a link over on Stamp with Kimberly. You can go down to specials, or it's on the home screen if you're on a computer, and click that, and there's a link button for you. So just wanted to run that past you guys too. Shoo! Okay, I think we got all of the good stuff out of the way. Let's make something. So let me see. I think I'll do the purple one first. Okay. With this one, we are using fresh freesia paper. Now, when you get the card kit, all of the instructions, PDF, and all of that will be included into your kit. So if you're not catching all the measurements and stuff like that, it's not a big deal because they will be wrote down for you. So on this one, let me get a scratch piece of paper here. On this one, we are going to use the big stamp, like I said, and we're going to use it as a background. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and scored it in half at 5 1/2. And then we have 2 pieces of white. One is for the inside, and then the other one is for our layer. And then we have this that is 5 1/4, or 5 by 3 3/4. So this is what we're going to do our background stamping on. And then I've already went ahead and cut out a couple of the flowers. And then this is from Radiating Stitches dies. So that's what I used on that. And you have to have a bigger block with this stamp set, just because of this stamp. I mean, a lot of people, let me see, I have one sitting here. You can use, if you really don't have a block, some people use the back of their stamp case and they put the stamp on here and then they stamp it. There's lots of ways you can do it, but I recommend a big block. You get a better print with it. And then also, because it is a big stamp, I like to take my ink pad and I like to flip it over this way and ink up my stamp. It makes it easier than trying to flip it the other way and take your stamp and go like that. It just works for me. So what I like about this is that you cover a lot of ground with this. I can get 3 flowers out of 1. And we are just going to move it around like this. You can probably get one more here. Let's go like this. Just like that. So it's super simple. It doesn't take a lot of time. Get my chamois here and clean my stamp. If you don't have a chamois for your stamps, this one looks horrible, but it works. It's just a piece of foam, and you wet it down. I keep it in one of the stamp containers. It keeps for about a week, and then I rinse it out and let it dry. And that's it. So that's all we need to do with that. Now we're just going to put our card together real quick. So we are going to take our card base. And I have this card opening this way. You could always open it this way if you want. Just turn your sentiment. But I went that way with it. And we're going to take our white piece here. Well, actually, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take our stamped piece, and we are going to put it on the white piece because we want to wrap a little bit of ribbon around it. So we're going to put this on here like that. And then the ribbon that I'm using is the Celebration item. It is seam binding ribbon. It's also in Fresh Freesia. And you guys, this is still staticky. Remember I told you when I got it, I was like, this is the most staticky ribbon. I don't know if it's my house or what, but it is still staticky and likes to stick to me. So we are going to use a piece of this. And we're going to just tie a little bow here. I try not to hang on to it too much because it likes me. So what's everybody doing today? Anything fun on Monday? I love Mondays. It's a way to start a whole week, do something new, start over. If you didn't do what you wanted to do this last week, there we go. My fingers didn't want to work. Okay, so we're just going to wrap that ribbon around there. And then we are going to take all of this and we're going to put it up on dimensionals. And I almost have this sheet gone, so I think I'm going to try to use this one. I'm almost to the edges, and I use the edges up too. Don't waste them. I got a pretty busy week this week, so I like Monday. I can come on and make something and get this out of the way, give you guys something to think about making this week. We are going to pop this right onto our card front, just like that. Okay, so now we are going to take our label, and it's got a little stitching around it. We're going to stamp this also. What did I use? Thanks for being so kind. So that stamp is in the case. It is one of the stamps that's in this set. Grab another block here. I'm glad I remembered to get my blocks. Tomorrow I'll give you guys a tip about, I try to give you a tip on Tuesdays, so I'm going to give you a quick tip about blocks, but I just had to get mine. They were downstairs, and so I'm glad I remembered them before I started today. So we're going to stamp that right there. Again, it's in Fresh Freesia. And we're going to clean this off. So today I'm going to show you a few different ways to use these hibiscus. We're going to ink them. We are going to cut them. We are going to emboss with them. Let me see. I had a flower run away. Where are you? Oh, there he is. You guys know I always lose something. I just can't help myself. Seems like every time I come on live, I lose something. And here's my pen. See, I'm prepared this time. You guys, I'm still liking this glue. What's it called? Sweet Petunia. I still like it. Sometimes if you don't use it for a minute, though, you got to stick a pin in it and wake it up. So we're just going to stick these flowers down. Now, these flowers are a die that is in the stamp set as well. I always try to do 3. This one we're going to pop up. So I'm just going to cut a little tiny piece of my dimensional. I'm going to stick him on here. And then I'm going to pop him up there. Okay. And then, oh, I need my leaves. Oh, we're going to have to stamp some leaves. Yeah, I can do that. I am going to go ahead and put this on my card. We can stick the leaves in after. This is a new package of dimensionals, and you guys, this is weird. They're not, oh, I gotta check something out here. This is the normal. This is the normal size. Oops, I took the back off. So that'll be deceiving. This is the new size. And they're not the minis, because the minis, let me see, I think I got one of those on my desk here. Here's the minis. I think we have a new size of dimensionals. I did not hear anything about that. I just opened this pack. I'm like, hey, these are a little bit smaller. So, okay, there you have it. I learned something new today too. But we are going to take this and we are going to stick this on the front of our card here. Like that. Oh, did I take? I was like, that's not sticking. Let me take the backs off. I got all flustered with the different size. It was kind of weird. All right, so we are going to put this on here. And then the gems that I used for these, look how pretty they are. I showed you guys these when they first came out, and I was like, oh my two favorite colors. So we are going to grab those. Let me see, right here. And I keep my embellishments in a passport case there. You can get those on Amazon. I've linked to them before in a past post. You can check that out if you're interested. They're just Avery passport holders. So there's that. And then we're going to stamp some leaves because I don't know where my leaves went to. So let's get that done. So what I used is, I'll show you guys how this Stampin' works actually. Now you can do the background and then you can do the outline, or you can do it vice versa. I kind of like to do the outline on this. So I'm going to use, I think I used Garden Green. That'll work. And we're going to stamp a couple of these. Oh, I think I used the smaller one. Shoot. Hang on. Rewind. Let's do the smaller stamp. Okay, we'll just flip that over. Nobody will know. Okay. And then we go in and we grab the, oh, we do. There it is. These things, they stick everywhere. It's stuck on my bag. So we're going to grab the inside of it, and I'm going to use lemon lime, I think. So this is a pretty bright green. And we're just going to come in. I'm going to try to do this without getting my head in the camera. And we're going to stamp them just like this. See how pretty? Okay. And then I'm going to try to move the stuff out of the way. I'll bring in my little mini stamp cut and emboss machine. Thought I had everything cut out for you guys. You know, there's always something. So let me see. I'll just run this through really quick. I have to do it twice because there's only one die. Let's get this here. I'm going to grab a piece of tape here to hold this. I wish they would come out with the magnetic plate for this little guy. I like it. I like having it sitting on my desk. But I just, you know, when you have little dies like this, sometimes they disappear when they're going through. So kind of got to use tape to hold them. And also a tip for this, I've told you guys before, when you put these in, sometimes like on the big one, you line up the plates evenly. This, you can't do it. They have to be staggered like this. and then they'll grab and go through, but I cannot ever get mine to go through flush. And I've heard other people say the same, so it's not just me for once. Okay, let's get this guy cut out here. I'm glad the fog lifted. It was really foggy this morning. Sorry, I'm shaking you guys. Okay. Get that out of the way. And we'll just peel these off. Tuck that back in so I don't lose it. Okay, now we got our leaves. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add a little bit of glue. And I'm going to pop it under this one here that's popped up. And actually, that's pretty long. So what I'm going to do, I think I did this on the last one too, is I'm just going to cut a smidge of that off. Now I'm going to stick it under. Nobody will know. Half of it's missing. And then this one, I should have put that down first. Let me see. Nope, I don't like that. Let me see if I can get this up just a tad. We'll stick it under. I'll cut some of this one off too. And we're going to stick that one in here, just like that. Nobody will know. There you go. So there is the first one. So simple. We use just the background. Easy peasy. Let me get this cleaned up here. Now, let's do, this one's super simple. We'll do this one next. White, just 5.5 by 8.5. And let me grab the block I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need a bigger block. And we're gonna grab the supplies. I used a Spotlight on Nature die on this one. You can get it as a bundle with the stamp set, or you can just get the die. I think I just got the dies on this one, actually. I just love them, and I've used them an awfully lot. All right, I got leaves in this one. They just don't want to come out. Okay, and then we have our card base. So the colors that I used on this card are Daffodil, Cajun Craze, and Calypso Coral. Isn't that pretty? So I already did everything, but I still am going to show you guys how I did it. So let me grab a piece of paper here. We're gonna grab another piece of white. Can't have too many flowers, right? So why not stamp some more? And we are going to grab this again. Put my big stamp on it. And then we're going to do this in black. So it's just Memento Tuxedo Black. And I use this for anything that I need to color, you know, like if I'm using the blends or the markers or anything like that. Make sure I get it good and covered here. So that way it doesn't run and smear everywhere. So we're just going to stamp this like that. I probably should put it on here. This is just a foam pad, so it stamps better. There you go. And then we're going to get our colors here and our big flower. So you have two separate flowers in this kit that are the full flowers. So we're going to do this one in Daffodil. And I'll just show you guys how easy these are to line up. There we go. Get you guys in frame, sorry. I got one spot on my stamp that doesn't want to ink. This is my old, we have new stamp pads. This is a very old one, but I just still use it. So sometimes they, can you guys see me good? Okay. So you're just gonna line it up on the black lines and stamp it, just like this. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So we're gonna do that with all of them, which is what I did. But we're going to fast forward this so you guys don't have to watch me stamp all of them. What we're going to do is I embossed these. Now, if I wanted to, I could just take my die and take it to my Big Shot machine and cut them out. They would be flat. They wouldn't have any embossing on them, but you can do this. You know, you can just cut out a bunch of flowers like this. But what we're going to do is we're going to put our die into our stamp set like this, or we can do it, if it's easier for you, you can take what you just stamped, you can line it up like this. Oops, let me do it this way. You can line it up onto this like so. So you got these 3 flowers lined up on your embossing folder. Now, when you put this in to your cutter, these lock in and you close it. Now you have the cutter and you have the embossing all together. And you run it through and it cuts everything out. Actually, it would be like this. So our dies, and I'm going to hold this, and I'm going to take my paper and line it up. Just like this. Try to get it straight here. Try not to get my head in for you guys. Whoops. So it's really not hard. I'm making this look way harder than what it is. You're gonna hold it and just move your paper to get it to the right spot. All right, let me hold it back here for a minute so I can do it, because I'm really not getting it straight for you guys. There we go. And then we're going to lock it in. Just like that. Okay? And then we're just going to run this through, and then voila. We have beautiful flowers that are embossed. Can you see the, if you could feel them, they're kind of bumpy, but they have little raised edges on them. And that's all you got to do. So we are going to take our card base here, and we're going to take a piece of designer paper. I cut this 2 inches. We're going to put a little glue on it. Put this on our card base. Now, if you wanted to step this card up, you could take a piece. Oh, I forgot to put the white on the inside of this. Okay, I have it here, so I'll show you guys real quick on this one. So say you took another piece of paper and another white piece, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. You could emboss this with just the embossing folder. Okay, so put this in here, emboss it. Now you have another layer to put on your card, and then you can still decorate this. You following me? So you can make it simple, like we're going to do here with just 1 layer, or you can step it up. So we're just going to do simple today. And then this one I'm going to glue straight down, but I want to stamp it first. So this is a longer sentiment. You make me smile. And I did that in Calypso. Stamp that down there at the bottom. I'm gonna clean this off real quick. Guess I better clean all these off. And we are going to glue this directly on the card. Right here. Let's see if I get it straight here. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take our pieces and start gluing them down. So I'll bring this one in for reference. I did my daffodil one first and I glued it flat down. Yeah, let me take one of these leaves and glue it down before I get too far ahead. And then I have to try to stick it under again. So we're going to put that one there. And then I was like, no, we didn't lose another one, did we? We're going to take the little one and we're going to stick him up here. We're going to put that one over it. That. You won't see the end of that, so it'll be okay. I'm just going to put that one there. Then we're going to take our last leaf and glue it down. And I think I'm going to put that one under, actually. Go like that. And then this one I'm going to pop up with our dimensionals. I always like at least one thing popped up on the card. Whoa, look at that. They like coming off too, these new ones. They're all stuck together. I like dimensionals, but I didn't need that many. Okay. All right, we're gonna stick this one right up in here. I want that more of that to show, so we'll go like, nope. Get the right angle here. We're gonna stick that one on there. There you go. So there you have it. So there is another way to use these. Stamp them first, stamp your outline, stamp the inside, emboss them, or you don't have to. And there's number 2. And then the last one, actually, I'm going to put this in real quick. This is your other white piece for this card. I'm going to go back to that real quick. Well, here, we need to stamp it. We are going to stamp the inside. Let me see, the front side said thanks for being you. Let's just stamp a flower on the inside like we did the last one. So let me grab this again. We can do the outline or we can do the full one. Let me do the full one. Let me see. Let's do, what do I do with it? I just had it. You guys know I always lose something. Okay. I guess I'll just use the big one. We have to find the other one though. I was laughing because last week when I lost something, I lost that stamp and it's clear. And I was like, okay, you guys, do you see it on my desk anywhere? I went back and watched the video and it was literally right in front of me. But they're hard to see when you're doing this. Get that middle there. There we go. Sometimes it's easier for you guys to see where I put stuff than it is for me when I'm standing here dodging stuff. I'm going to leave it blank as far as wording because sometimes I like writing stuff on the inside of the card. So there you go. All right, we got that one finished. It was bugging me. I had to finish it. Oh, there it is. See, you guys, they pop up. You have to give them a minute. Sometimes we don't have a minute. I'm trying to hurry, not keep you guys too long, and I need to find them. Okay, so there is that. Now, this last one that we have, I love. Do you love the shape of that one? So what I used on this one is our everyday arches. Let me grab them for you. I've showed them to you guys before. These are new dies that we got, and I love how many you get in this set. They're really nice. Oops, let me see. I want to make sure I didn't log off here. My computer just went blah. There we go. I'm still there. So you get all of these. Those are just the dies. They're $29. If you want the stamp set that matches them, which I just got, I didn't have it at first and I wasn't going to get it. This is Everyday Arches, but they're really cool how they, you know, the stamps match all of the shapes. And then I just use these on a scrapbooking layout. I thought I had the extra pieces sitting here. Yeah, I do. So if you put the dies together, you can get even these little pieces like this, just like for an outline. I thought I had more in here. I'm trying to, oh yeah, there's the little one. But if you just like layer the dies inside, you can make the arches all the way down to really small. So they're fun. I just cut some out for a scrapbook and layout. I'm getting ready to go for camp next week. It's coming up quick. So I was trying to plan pages. So what I did with this one, I am using, oh, I didn't even show you guys all the arches. There's 2 in here. Surprise. So here's all of our pieces for that. You start with a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of paper. And I don't know if you've ever done this. You can do this with any shape. But I just thought I would try it with this. So what I did is I took the largest die, and I'm going to cut this in my machine, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it off just a tad, okay? So what it'll do is it'll cut all of this, but it won't cut, it won't make it 2 pieces for me if I take this back plate off, okay? So all I did is just put this right through my Big Shot machine, and then I came out with this piece. And it's nice because it's got the stitching around the outside, and it really sticks together. I haven't even opened it yet. There we go. So now we have this. Isn't it cool? So you can do that with any of your shapes that, you know, say you have a circle. Here's one. Say you have a circle and you just want like you want it a circle, but you still want it attached. So just keep a little bit of it off of your paper. And that way it'll cut all of this. You'll still have a circle card, but you'll still be connected here. So just a little tip. And then what I did, that was the biggest one. I took the next size down and I ran another piece of white through and I embossed this one. Okay. So we're going to use this one for our top layer. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, they kind of look like they're upside down here. So I may have dropped it in the folder upside down. Usually it doesn't matter, they're flowers, but let's see, let's do something fun. So let's take it and turn it like this, see if it works for us. We might have to reconfigure our flowers here, but we'll get it. I just think it would look better having the flowers the right direction. Now, if I wanted to, I could take this piece right here, and I don't know if you've ever used blending brushes or sponges or something like that. You could always take and sponge this piece and give your color, your flowers color that way, like I did here on the box. Okay, and just blending brush like this. So let's do that. We'll open it up this way. Oop. There we go. Now, I did the same thing. I stamped them this time in pecan pie instead of the black, and I just added the color. So we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna stick this under. Yeah, that'll work. Just have to make sure these are up high enough so I can put my label there. And again, this circle is in the set along with the little flowers that we used on the first card. And you also have this piece right here that cuts out another label with the stitching. And then I don't know why, or I don't know, they just threw in a maple leaf, and then here's another leaf that doesn't have, they're like standalones, so they don't have a stamp set for them, but they're just standalone dies. So here's 2 bonuses in this set that you get also. So let's take this, and I stamped in Melon Mambo, and I used the thanks for being so kind again. We're going to stamp this. Bring my mat back in. I'm going to stamp this on here. Okay. And I'm going to take this, and yeah, let's start it up here. We got our big flowers. Let me see. I'll do something like that. So we just start gluing them down. Just like that. Now these I did emboss too. I wasn't sure if I told you. So these are, if you feel them, they're kind of bumpy. Bumpy feeling. It's funny because I always will show my husband a card. I'll be like, do you like this one? What does it need? Because after all these years, he's, you know, he knows them pretty well too. He's like, it needs bumpy. He likes the bumpy ones. So I always have to emboss. Now this one, don't mind this side. I was playing. So it's okay if you have something on the other side. I don't think anybody's going to tear your card apart and see if you use scratch paper. So don't worry about that side. We're going to put this one down. And since it's popped up, I'll be able to get my leaves underneath there. So we're going to stick these in here. Put that one there. And I think I want to put that one there, so maybe I'll put this one up here. Stick this one in. Sometimes it's good to have something over and something under. And then this I'm going to put up on dimensionals, even though it's kind of going to be tucked underneath there. I'm still going to put this one up on dimensionals. It'll be okay. Like that. Get it straight here. Just like that. Okay, and then I used the my favorite gems that I showed you guys. I used those again. They're so pretty. Look at that. Purple and teal. And I put one in the middle there. And then I'll put one down here. Another little trick I always try to do is make a triangle, because that draws your eye into what you're looking at. And then there you have it. All right. What do you think about that one? You like that one? Okay. So we have these. What's your favorite so far? Which one do you like? Or this? Let me know. I like knowing what you guys like, and then it helps when I go to design stuff too. Don't forget to stamp your envelopes, or you can take a piece of designer paper and put up here on your tab. so that it matches your cards. Everybody likes that. And then I'm going to put this together. I'm just going to show you guys really quick how to sponge this. But before we sponge it, if these are just our treat boxes that fold up just like this, and they have the tear tape on them, so you don't even need adhesive for these. You just fold them on the score lines like this. You can use your bone folder if you want, but they just tuck in. You tuck this piece in. Now it's got an adhesive strip right here, so you peel this off, and then when you tuck this in, it just holds it. Okay? So that's how easy your box is to make. So it's just like that. So you don't even need adhesive. Makes it really nice. Now this top piece, it comes with the set too. What we did, or what I did, is I took and I lined it up in my embossing folder like this, and I ran it through, and that's how I got the top embossed. And I tried to do all of it, but as you see, it wouldn't fit. I had a little bit hanging out, and I didn't want the extra line, and I tried it this way. I tried every which way. I was going to fold it. I was going to try it that way, but you can, but I just didn't because I wasn't sure how it was going to emboss being double folded like that, if it was going to emboss weird on one of the sides. So I just did the top part, put it in the folder, ran it through, and let me see. Do I have that piece still? Here. Let me run this one through, our sample. I wasn't going to make another box here, but let me run this one through really quick, and then I'll show you guys how I did the ink blending. I have to come over here to do this. I can't bring you guys with me. Someday I'll figure out my camera. Just hang tight. Okay. Let me grab a few blending brushes here. So what I did on the box, I used the yellow, but let me grab a couple other colors here. You can just, now that you have it embossed, and I didn't do that very straight, but that's okay. We're just going to show you. You just take your blending brush and you kind of go like this to give it some color. Okay? And you can go as dark or as light as you want. This is just ink I already had in my brushes. You can re-ink them. Make them whatever color you want. So this is just another way that you can, you know, color your pieces here. Just to give them a little bit of color if you don't want to do the stamp with it. I'm just going to go like that. And then the raised part is the part that will capture most of the color. Okay? Just like that. Pretty cool, huh? So you could do this with like, you could emboss just one piece, don't stamp, just emboss. And then you could start with one color. This is Petunia Pop. And then I could go to a lighter pink, and I could do, you know, in here. And then say I could go to like a pool party, light blue. I could just do strips on this. So you kind of have like a ombre or a rainbow color on your embossing. And then you could use this as, you know, a card front. And then just add a few flowers or something to it. And then you'd have a beautiful card, just like that. So that is what I have for you today. I think I showed you guys everything. We didn't make the box, but you will get the box included in your order with that's for the ordering special. You'll get one of each card to make. You'll have all the pieces in there to make it. I will have the die cuts for you. I can't do the stamping. It's Stampin' Up policy. So you can either use flowers that you have, like I said, or you can purchase the stamp set. It's up to you. But you'll get one of each of these with the PDF and all of the pieces to make for your ordering special. Don't forget about celebration. $60 order, you get to pick an item, and if it's a $50 order, you get a embellishment from me as a thank you, and it will be delivered in your mailbox. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new today, and I wasn't too long for you. But thanks for joining, and I will see you guys later in the week, hopefully. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Bye-bye.